Hello class! The goal of this video is to help you study the PLP Power Focus Area, Alta California, and Mexican Empire. Study tips. I highly recommend you use the embedded study guide and study all the resources in your PLP Power Focus Area first. Then you will take notes of the resources and memorize important terms and concepts. After that, you can quiz yourself or ask someone to quiz you using the Check for Understanding questions. You may Google Meet with your classmate who has passed or is working on the same focus area. Now, these are the essential questions in order to pass this content assessment. What are the key terms? What was the purpose of the missions? Who were the important people? How did California missions change the lives of California Indians? What was secularization of the mission system? What is the RANCHO period? Part 1. Missions. Now, I want you to take a look at this map of the missions. How many missions are altogether, and how many presidios? What was the first mission built? And do you know why each mission was about 30 miles away? And why do you think all the missions were built along the coast of California? I want you to think about the people in the mission system. Padres, soldiers, and California Indians. They all had different roles. Missions were run by the priests or padres. They were responsible for religious activities. Soldiers who lived in presidios were supposed to protect the missions from the foreign attacks or Indian attacks. And California Indians, they worked in the missions and they worked in the pueblos. Let us review the three important components of the missions. Missions are the religious settlement, pueblo, the farming town, and the presidios, the military forts. Did all the three components get along well? Did Padres, soldiers, and California Indians get along well? Although California Indians tended crops and animals, helped build presidios, they were maltreated by soldiers. I want you to remember that Father Serra clashed with Spanish authorities over the way soldiers treated the native Indians. Then, how did California Indians respond to the missions? Some of them adapted, others revolted. In other words, some of them became farmers and they raised cattle, whereas others, they tried to escape the missions, they fought back, and even they fired the missions. I want you to also remember that some of the missions, they had to rebuild the roof so that it can be fireproof. They also tried their best to preserve their cultures. Part 2. Alta California. Then what ended the missions? It was the Mexican War. Among many regions, Spain was really busy with the war with France, and it was unable and unwilling to send money to the missions or pay the soldiers. Without the support, a lot of anger was growing. It all started in 1810. It was led by a Catholic priest, Hidalgo. And by 1821, finally, the Spanish were forced to leave Mexico. If you compare the map of Alta California with the map of present-day United States, you will see that it covers Nevada, Utah, Arizona, as well as Central America. Then who governed Alta California? For tens of thousands of years, it was a free land for California Indians. Then it became under Spanish control for 300 years, followed by the Mexican control. Then what did the independence of Mexico mean to California Indians? Did missions give back the lands to Indians as it originally intended? The simple answer is no. When the Mexico gained independence and mission lands were granted to individuals, which is called secularization, most lands were given to Californians, the descendants of Spanish settlers. Why not Indians? Indians had not been taught how to run a mission. Rancho owners had more money to buy lands and stronger ties to the government officials. Even though some California Indians did receive land, most of it was sold off to a wealthy landowner again. The period between 1833 to 1846 is often called the Rancho period. During this time, most of the lands were owned by Californians and new settlers such as John Sutter, and California population became diverse. Many California Indians worked at the ranchos, but they didn't have the land ownership. In this video, you reviewed missions, Mexican War, and the Rancho period, and how they affected California Indians' lives. I hope this video was helpful to you. Great job watching and working so hard. Good luck on passing this focus area.